Surprise! What is this area here? What is this? Surprise! Well, to be honest with you guys, I've missed you guys. I've not been doing great. No surprises there. My therapist had to cancel our last session. So I missed one of my sessions, and then one of my friends passed away. A really sweet girl that I used to work with back in the day as a hairdresser in New York. If you were in my Facebook, you've already seen that already. So I decided the best thing to do when you are depressed and you don't know what to do is eat. So I just ordered a whole bunch of caca poo poo from Popeyes chicken, and I just went and picked it up with Pink. And Pink needs to eat some lunch too, so she gonna get some chicken. Now, I don't know if there's any, let me see about chat. All chat visible, okay. So I went to Popeyes. Now please understand that this is not all what I'm going to be eating right now. Please understand that. While I am nuts, if I literally ate all this, you would literally see me poop. Literally see me poop on this chair if I ate all this. So I did buy some, so I just bought a little something for me to eat. I haven't eaten pretty much all day. Because when George goes into the office, you know, I fall apart a bit. But I see some highs coming in there. I wish they would stay there so I could see them. Hi, Dolce. Where do I see? Hi, Donna. I'm going to mess up names because that's what I do. And Pink, they say hello. And Kamari. Uh-oh, I'm getting yelled at. April. Larice. Oh, God. Larice. Oh, God, is it Larice? I'm so bad with names, guys. So, guys, I really haven't been great. And I was supposed to edit a video today and put out today, but I just couldn't do it. My mind and my body, they don't work together. That's part of my mental illness. As part of my mental illness is that sometimes my mind and my body don't do the same thing. You know, let's say, you know, there's a glass of water and I want to go get it. It doesn't happen. Or, you know, if I want to get out of bed, I want to get out of bed, but my mind just goes, yeah, not today. It's not going to happen. So I just got a whole bunch of stuff, and I did pick up stuff for dinner as well for George. So I've got a whole bunch of stuff here, but I need to eat something now, so I'm going to eat some stuff with you. I really don't know what you do with a true mukbang, but I believe you just eat and talk shit. Is that right, guys? Can you give me, I mean, is it all right if I eat? Because I haven't eaten anything. Melissa! Melissa, oh my God. Oh, I'm seeing Miriam. Hi, Miriam. Oh, I see Lexus there. I'm so sorry. I'm just trying, I'm not, you know, that close so I could see. Thank you, Larice. I hardly recognize you without a wig. Oh, suck it, Janice. Suck it. Hi, guys. Thank you so much for hanging out with me. Come here. No. Oh, gosh, she's eating. Come here, baby. Come say hi to everybody. So I had a choice of drink with the combo I got. I'm coming, Baba. And they had this mango drink. I'm not really sure what it's called. But I hate mango, but George likes mango. Let's see if it has the name on it here. It was some sort of a special... Hey! I don't even know. It was some sort of mango, special mango drink. You know, it looked very Starbucks refreshers type thing. So let me put this in the, in the sink. Let me just throw this out. Let me just throw out my money. No, let me put this in the refrigerator for him so it's all ready. So excuse me 1 second. I'll be right back, and then I will let you guys see Pink. I'm coming, I'm coming. I'm coming. So is Christmas. I know. I'm coming. All right, I'm back. Pink, come, baby. Come say hi. Come. Come on, baby. Come. Good girl. Come say hi. Come here. Come here. Here's Pink. Here's Pink. And she's a little bit hungry today. So I'm gonna feed us right now in front of our friends and hope they're not disgusted. Disgusted. Okay. Okay, let's see what we can eat. Come. Daddy's gonna put this up here. Daddy's gonna put this up here. This is my little, I got this from TEMU. If y'all didn't know, this was from TEMU. This was like $12, $11. It's got the little cup thingy here. It's got for your, I guess for your pad, or if you want to just put pencils in here and the thing here. And it also has the USB there. You just plug the USB into there and then you could plug in your stuff. I don't really use it for that though. All right, how is everybody doing? I might have to move you closer, but I don't want to move you too close where you're in my mouth and you actually have to watch me chewing because that's disgusting. That's disgusting. Look, I'm sweating like a pig. Absolutely, all the time. I sweat like a pig. You know why I sweat like a pig, guys? Because I have a warm heart. George is always cold because he's got a cold heart. Let me move a little over so you guys can see Pink a little bit. Okay, Pink. I gotta give her some chicken. I just have to take off. I didn't see any grilled chicken options there, so I'm gonna have to just take the skin off. Speaking of skin, once in the 1990s, I went out with this guy. And the amount... What, George? Oh, don't tell that story? Okay. I'm sorry. He said not to tell that story. I don't know why. Maybe you're not supposed to eat and tell dirty stories? Well, it's not a dirty story. Is it a gross story? Yeah. Okay, so I'll show you what I have here. Now, I said I'm not going to eat... No! Thank you, Janice. Thank you, Melissa. Oh, I did not just get my hair did. No, nobody, no. No. Yes, Melissa, that is my grandma's blanket behind me. Hello, Pink. A lot of people say hello, Pink. I'm just going back on comments, guys. I'm sorry. Thank you so much, Melissa. Fridays is my therapy. And if you guys don't know, I have been dealing with mental issues, looking back now, since I was a little kid, since the beginning. And what has happened is, I went through all the years, having issues as I went along. The main one being panic and anxiety. So I had panic attacks all the time. At one point, for years, I had panic attacks, and eventually the panic attacks got larger, worse, until I was bedridden in panic. And I did do another part of my series. I do have a separate series called Help Us Help Eric, which is part of my my Life in Pieces folder, where I'm going to be discussing things through the years. I did do a video on school, so I kind of went through my school history and what I remember anyway. I have learned since that I do have CPS, not an STD. Oh God. Actually, I probably do have an STD. I seen some crabs running around the other day, and I wasn't at the beach. You know what I'm saying? No, C, Jane, and John run. No, it's not John and Jane. Who is it? John and Joe and C, Jane run. C, Jack? Jack and Jane? Oh my God, that's Jack and Jill. You guys know what I'm saying. Anyway, I forgot what I was thinking. Crap. I don't know what all this is. Anyway, so it all stems from my childhood on. So in my younger days, it seems though I was neglected, was not given any love, things like that. Plus, I've blacked out my whole childhood, which means the body is protecting itself from something. So I really don't remember much of my childhood. So when I do release the one about school, you know, I don't really remember that much. So what happens in different people is that at some point your mind decides to protect you from whatever trauma is going on. And that can happen in many different ways. So now I am just telling you from experience. I am obviously not a doctor. God knows that. In fact, you probably shouldn't listen to anything I say. But I'll tell you from my experience that I've learned that the mind will do different things to protect itself. So with me, it locked it away and turned the key, and it's in there, and I don't remember it. However, just because it does that doesn't mean everything's all good in the hood. As you get older, it starts to break down, and then that's why you end up with panic, anxiety, and things like that, because it's got to come out somehow. So it protects you at that moment, but then it breaks down. But the mind can also decide to have different personalities. So it could separate things in different personalities. That's why people will end up with different personalities. Each personality will take on, you know, one of the traumas. You can get into drug abuse. You can get into alcoholism to hide from it. There's so many ways that your body and mind works to try to get you through. Ooh, that's 2 biscuits, y'all. That is 2 biscuits, y'all. Look at that, 2 biscuits. Now, if I could just eat a bag of biscuits, I would. Anyway, so mine was locked away. So what I was going to tell you is I was diagnosed with CPS, no, I want to say STD. PTSD, but with a C, which means it's complex. So in other words, let's say somebody at war will have PTSD from, you know, an event. CPS is complex, meaning multi-events. So that's what the difference is with the C, is that it is multiple events through the years. And that's how that comes through. So this is going to be for dinner. This is our macaroni and cheese. This will be for our dinner. That is mashed potatoes. That there is mashed potatoes. And this is for George. Cause I don't do that shit. Eric don't like funky shit. Hello, Nana, is that Nana? I can't see. I apologize, I can't see so great because I've got all this food in front of me, but if I don't see your comment, doesn't mean that I'm ignoring, because the comments are not staying there, like I have to press, and I can't get past my big titties. I have to get past my belly. First I gotta get past my belly, and then I gotta get past these freaking hooters for me to move on to the next thing. Let me, let me just see if I see it. Hi, Wags and Whiskers. No chicken for Pink. Chicken is, she's gonna get chicken. Please don't judge me. Autocorrect sucks. What happened, Jan? You said something dirty, probably. Hi, Nana from Ohio. Hi, Navette. Sending you much love. Thank you, H. Thank you, T-Corna. T-Corna? Decorn? Decorn. Is that like T-Plane? T-Plane? High color and books and travel. That's one of our darlings. With Melissa's one of our darlings. And Barb. Hi, Barb. George just left. George just left what? What you talking about? What you talking about? PTSD. Thank you. I just saw that too late. Was George on here or something? I didn't see something from George. Guys, did I miss something for George? Is he on his way? Hi, Denise. I hope it's not Dennis, because I don't know the difference between Dennis and Denise. Okay, let's see what else we have. So those are so this is some rice, some Spanish, some rice and beans, Spanish stuff. Guys, well, you don't really know my eating habits, but I'm not a good eater. I never have been good. I don't like exotic food. I'm a very simple guy. There's a biscuit there. Oh, and we have something else here. What is this? Oh, that's a cheesecake. That's a cheesecake. I don't know how that got in there. I didn't order a cheesecake. Oh, Tria. Oh my God. I'm so bad with pronouncing names. I'm just gonna go with corn on this because I am so bad with names, guys. All right, so here is a 2-piece chicken, a thigh and a thing. So I'm gonna take the skin off, and I'm gonna take any grease out that I can for her. That is gonna be for Pink. And then I got myself to eat right now. I got myself a spicy chicken wrap. Oh, that's the wrong end. Is that the hiney? Doesn't that look like the hiney? Is that the hiney? Is that the hiney hole? No? Is that what you said? Oh, George said no. I don't know. Does that mean George is... Well, that hole doesn't look much better, guys. The other side doesn't look much better. That almost looks like a mangina. Do you know what I'm saying? That doesn't look right either. This is going to be hard for me to eat, just period. Just looking at these body parts. All right, let's see what's in this one. Oh, this is fries. That's some French fries there. But now, I don't know. Is there a reason they don't have regular French fries? They only have, I don't know what they're called, Fiesta fries? Or something like that? I like plain fries, but I'll try one. I'll save it for dinner. It's not bad. It's not bad. And then I got myself a regular chicken wrap. So this one should be the regular chicken wrap. This poor girl, she's so hungry. This is the regular chicken wrap. This is the regular chicken wrap, and it has just lettuce, a little bit of mayo, and chicken. So that's mine. Mine, 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 mine. Now this is a sandwich probably. Yeah, this is a chicken sandwich. I believe this is a spicy chicken sandwich. Yeah, it's a spicy chicken sandwich. So that's gonna be for dinner when George gets home. Did you say George was here? I didn't get to see. Hold on. Oh, 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 oh. Pink has pork, liver, potato chips on the way. Oh. Oh, thank you so much, Melissa. Oh, wait, my name is rhymes with Sheila. Thela. Thela. I see your big thing there. I see your big green thing there, coloring books. How'd you do that big green thing? Yeah, they're not bad. Oh, it's Cajun fries? Okay. Yeah, they're not actually bad, the fries. But they do need to be fresh. They're not that good. Let me take a bite. Let me get her set up. Now, I don't know what this is here. And we got this here. This is honey barbecue wings. This is for dinner. From my husband, George. We've been together 25, 26, 27, I think 27 or 28 years. Ooh, ooh, that's strong. I don't know which one that is, but I must admit I don't love the flavor. I think this one is George. I think this is barbecue. Yeah, this one's honey barbecue. I don't like barbecue. No. I don't mind stuff being barbecued. I don't like barbecue sauce. So I got that one for him, and then I got this one for me. I got myself the boneless. I think his are boned. I don't like bones. That's nasty to me. Bones are nasty. So I got myself the boneless, sweet and spicy. That's what I got. I got the boneless because I don't like bones. I don't want to rip into somebody's bones. Like, I mean, if I have to, I'll do it. But I prefer not to, you know, tear into somebody's bones if I don't have to. So I had a choice there, so I decided. All right. Let me get something set up for my little girl here. Let me put these sides aside. Did you see what I did there? I made a joke. I said, let me put these sides aside. So funny, Eric. So funny. Anyway, I found out the other day that one of my friends that I first worked with her probably in 1988, 89. I started to work with her. After I got my hairdressing license, I worked with her for three or so years, but we remained friends. She's a year older than me. We went to the same school. She did disappear from social media about 10 years ago. And of course I always wondered, how she's doing. She had a son. She also had two brothers. So over the years, I would look on the brother's side to see if I can at least see pictures of her and see that she's doing okay. And I was able to see that. But every now and then I'd go down the rabbit hole of searching for her. Because I loved her. She was like the female version of me. I had put a down payment on a leather trench coat, because you know those were so big back in the day. And she surprised me and paid it off and gave it to me one day. She was at my wedding. I was at her wedding. And I just found out the other day that she just passed away. She just died. I believe it was a stroke. Out of nowhere. So, of course, that's not good for, you know, people like me. You know, just any little kind of bad news, you know, or just doesn't go great. And the main issue, dare I say issue, is that the therapy that I have started, which is EMDR, is a really tough therapy to go through. You need to have a good support system. Now, I knew I did not have a good support system. I know you guys, you know, love Jorge, but he is not a good, you know, he's not a good caretaker for any, you know, for like illnesses and things like that. He's an amazing man, period, amazing husband. But when it comes to care, you know, that's not his you know, that's not his favorite thing to do. And plus, one person is really not enough when you're dealing with complex PTSD. But I knew, they told me it was going to be tough, have a good support system. But, you know, I'm going to be 57 in October. And I can't wait any longer. You know, I need the help. The main issue that really brought everything to a head when it comes to therapy is my testosterone. Looking back, I have probably always had issues with testosterone and lack of testosterone. However, they never caught it. But I've been years and years, probably 20 years at least, that it's been known that my testosterone is basically non-existent at this point. Now, I don't know if you guys know, it is extremely important. I guess it would be the equivalent to estrogen for you ladies out there. And it's connected to so many things. You know, sex drive, energy, mood. There's just such a huge list of things that it affects. Now, there were times, back up, baby, back up, back it up, back it up, back it up. Damilo, papi chulo. Damilo, papi chulo. Oh, that's a knife. Get away from the knife. I'm just looking for something, a plate for her. I brought a plate and everything, but I don't know where everything went. Hold on 1 second, please. I think it's right here on the floor. Hold on 1 second. Watch, everything falls. That's what's gonna happen. Everything's gonna fall. Ay, ganya. Where did Daddy put your plate? Where did Daddy put your plate, honey? No, Daddy didn't. All right. So if you guys don't know, Allie was our dog that passed away a little over a year ago now. She was my service dog. She helped keep me afloat in a way. You know, I was always home alone because George, you know, would have to go to work. And so I always had her, so I took her everywhere I went. She was my little, shut up, bitch! No. You know, and when I lost her, that, you know, that really the shit really hit the fan on that one when I lost her. And so, over the years, they've done a lot. I'm sorry I'm jumping around, but that's how my mind goes. I apologize. Over the years, back up, baby, back up, back up. Over the years, they've done a lot of different tests. You know, I've been in and out of therapy since 1992. I also found out with the kind of therapy, with the kind of thing I have, it actually is a bad thing to talk about. Talk about it and not do anything about it. So unless you're going to do something about it, like what I'm doing now, it's actually a bad thing to talk about if you're not going to do something about it. I didn't know that, so for years all I did was talk about it to all different kinds of therapists that did nothing, you know, for me. They were nice people to talk to. They never helped me. So how I've ended up here is in therapy, like back into therapy, was because of all the testing I have been through the years with an endocrinologist who is a person you go to when it comes to those kind of issues. And I've been seeing her for years. She is very good. She put me through the ringer of tests for years and years. I did all kinds of tests. I did all kinds of replacement therapies, you know, whether it was the gel or the injections. I used to have to inject myself. But what always would happen was, you know, one thing helps, you know, this, but it also, then the other thing screws that up. So then my numbers started to go off, you know, when I was taking the testosterone, so I had to stop it. And of course, when I stopped it, my body either got rid of it, absorbed it, or whatever. We don't really know what it's doing with it, but it's getting rid of it, and it's not holding on to it. So they've done brain scans on me and MRIs and a couple of hookers. The hooker part, that's really not important right now. What? Oh. George? I thought I heard somebody scream no. Huh. By the way, I don't know why Cheryl for Peace never calls me on my banana. How many times, listen, she has never called me on her banana. Not that I remember. If you guys know, if Cheryl has called me on my banana, I call Cheryl on my banana all the time. Cheryl for Peace, all the time. Hello, Cheryl? Nothing. She never calls me back on my banana. I don't know. She talks on her banana all the time. And you know she's talking to her banana because she saw me talking to my banana. Maybe that's why I'm in therapy, because I've been talking to my banana. Oh gosh, did somebody report me for talking to my banana? Oh God. That's not good. So, years and years of tests. I eventually just gave up. It was too much, you know, it just was depressing. Nothing was happening. And then when I started back in to look into it again, I did sleep therapy. I thought maybe because you need to be rested, your body needs to be at rest for the testosterone to be able to rebuild itself and what have you, and that usually will happen at night. But we've also found out that it's okay, baby, that my body is trapped in fight or flight mode. So my body is never relaxed. So unless I'm doing something like with you guys right here, or if I'm out walking around, things like that, it's okay. But if I'm sitting still watching TV, something's got to be moving. Whether it's usually my leg that that moves, or if it gets really bad, I do this, where I look like a crazy person, but I do this because my body is stuck in fight or flight mode. So what I've kind of come to in the end of all this tests, and where there's really no more tests to do, is that I have vivid dreams every night. Every single night of my life, I have vivid dreams. Now, they're not necessarily nightmares, although they are always not right, if you know what I mean. Nothing looks as it's supposed to, if that makes sense. So, but a lot of times it is, some sort of a nightmare in a way that something bad is happening, that something bad is happening. But it's really more that it is so vivid. It is like I am watching a movie every night, and that movie is very detailed. And so, I mean, I could tell you what the ground looked like. I could tell you what I saw in detail. And so we've discovered that it is very likely that that could be the issue. That it is due to the vivid dreams. So from there, we kind of moved around, and most times your dreams are happening because they are trying to work something out, or fix something, or there's a purpose to it. And they believe now, and my therapist does agree at this point, that they do believe that the EMDR will possibly help and stop the vivid dreams, because it is trying to fix something from my past, that that we don't necessarily know about. So I'll just say quickly, because it will be in my, I'll break down, everything in my Help Us Help Eric, My Life in Pieces videos. That something in my early childhood happened that I completely blocked out. But then as I got older, there are traumas that I do remember and that I will tell you about as my story goes on. My family will be the last part of that story. I'll tell that last, because that's going to be the most difficult one for me. And I've always been like protecting them. Always feel like I have to protect them, and I'm saying, don't. But and they're still alive and kicking. My mother's probably in her 80s or 80. My dad's 87 or so they're older. But they're still out there. All my other friends' parents are dying and dead, and they disowned me probably around 12 years ago now, or 12 years ago. but they've never really been there anyway. So that's what I'll get into, you know. The only thing I will say is don't, you know, don't, whoever I do talk about when it comes to things that were done to me, don't hate them, don't show them hate, don't, you know, I don't want anybody to, you know, do anything or write anything to anybody, or that certainly won't help me. That will only make things worse for me. But you're definitely not going to like people. You will be mad at people. Due to the loss of my friend Joanne recently, I did speak to the other girl I worked with, who actually owned the salon, and me and Joanne worked for her and another girl, Shari. We worked together at the salon. They were my first salon that I started working at, right, you know, out of school. And so I did get to talk to her the other day, and I hadn't talked to her for. I've always kept in touch with her, and you know, we've always texted back and forth, but we haven't really gotten to sit down and talk, and you know, talk. But I did get to talk to her on video chat, and the things that, you know, that she said that she noticed about my parents and stuff, because she obviously knew them because they were in my life. They went to my wedding. You know, they're good friends. So they all know, you know, my parents, and the things that she said just made sense, so much sense. And she literally said, Erica, I'm sorry, I don't want, you know, want to hurt your feelings, but I hated your parents. She said, I hated them. I didn't like what they did. I didn't like how they treated you, you know. And it was kind of, I mean, it wasn't good that she hated my parents, but it kind of made me feel like, oh, you know, I'm not crazy, because at some point you think maybe I am crazy. Maybe they're not talking to me because maybe I am a bad person. Maybe I, you know, I am crazy. It's so crazy that I don't see it, you know, that I'm so crazy that even my own parent, I mean, that I can't see that I am a bad person. And there is a reason why they dropped me, you know. But yeah, it turns out I'm not a bad person, guys. Am I an innocent person? Absolutely not. No, I'm not innocent, but if anything, I was annoying. If anything, I was annoying. I could say that. I could say I was annoying. I'm still annoying. I still can annoy people. I could still, damn it, yeah. But it's also, I think, because, you know, I was ignored. I was ignored so long that it felt like I was annoying, because I kept trying to, you know, get attention, you know, get some sort of attention. So let's leave that. Let's go ahead and leave that, because that'll all unravel. But let me tell you what is coming up. We have a t-shirt haul that we did, and we also tried them on. Now they're all with just t-shirts with sayings on them. That one is going to be, I'm going to work on that after this. And so we did a try on as well. That is our official first our official first clothe and try on. That's our first one. And then the jewelry one that I just released the other day, that is our first official all jewelry show. So if you didn't see that, make sure you go back and see that. That's all TEMU. And so are the t-shirts are all TEMU. Then we have we are going to start a, what do you call it? A challenge. We're going to challenge another channel to do something that we'll do first and that we're going to challenge them to do. I'm not going to tell you what that is yet. That is coming up. And then we have a 12-day giveaway show that is going to be 12 days. Probably every other day. I try to release, every other day, let's say Monday, Wednesday, Thursday. Something like that is what I try to do. And there will be a giveaway for each one, and of course something crazy is going to happen during each one. I'm not sure what yet. But I've done the wigs and the hats. I don't know what's next, but I'll figure something out. And George and I have been wanting to do it live as well. I know he's not here right now, but I didn't even know I was doing this live until 5 minutes before I did it. But I really just wanted to check in with you guys because I really wanted to have that video up and out. If I do, I just feel like if I finish editing it now, it might go out too late. But technically, I could probably get it out by about 8. Let me see, what time is it? 5, 6, 7. I could maybe get it out before 8 p.m. California time. I don't know if that works for anybody. Or maybe I'll just do sometimes I'll just do the members first, and then I release it officially the next day. Sometimes I do that if I feel it's late. By the way, thank you if you're part of our membership program. Thank you so much. It is really appreciated. I don't make any other money besides this, and I'm lucky I make anything from here because most people have to wait a long time to get monetized. I was able to get monetized within the first month or so, which is absolutely insane. She is barking. Let me tell you what she's barking at. I have QVC on in the background, and they're doing Halloween. And they have the not blow up, but what are those old plastic molds? What do you call those? Old plastic? Of a dog. And she's barking at the plastic light up dog holding a Halloween pumpkin with a sheet over its head. So how she even knows it's a dog, I don't know. Because you just see the ears that it's a dog. So I'm not sure how she knows it's a dog. She is a silly girl. She's so silly. You're so silly. She ate up all her chicken. So you see, I took off all I try to absorb any of the grease that might be in it, and then I take off all the skin. So this is all the skin from the chicken. I kind of want to just saute this. Like get a nice hot wok. A little oil, a little teriyaki sauce, a little soy sauce, a little hoisin sauce, and just throw all this skin and batter into the skillet. And just, shh, you know what I'm saying? You can hear the noise. Shh. I can hear the sizzling. And then just eat it and absolutely get sick. Absolutely get sick. I would definitely get the Rhea of Daya. If y'all don't know what the Rhea of Daya is, just say it backwards. The other thing I wanted to tell you guys about, I have so many products for you guys and anybody else in the world. You know, we are lucky that we do get people that buy from our store, online store. I really don't push the store right now because I'm still working on the store. I've had this store for like 8 years, the online store, and I have procured it, I don't know if that's the right word, myself over the years, with mainly starting with gemstone jewelry, mainly sterling silver, but because, you know, it was just me, a small little guy, you know, I can only buy 1 or 2, so I don't have a lot in the means of sizes and things like that. So it's very, you know, it's more of a boutique style when it comes to a lot of the real jewelry pieces that I have. So, you know, I have everything from real diamonds to tanzanite to Lorimar, which actually somebody was interested in one of the Lorimar pieces. You know, citrine, ruby, sapphire, you know, I've got everything. But like I had to buy little by little throughout the year because through the years because I didn't have much. But what then has happened is I have not been happy with the shipping on it because, you know, everything really to be accurate for the person buying and for us so that we don't spend our profits, losing our profits because of shipping. So that's what's been happening. So now what I've been having to do in the middle of everything else going on is I have to weigh everything and then eventually switch everything over to a weight-based shipping so that everybody pays the shipping, you know, that they're supposed to by weight opposed to a flat rate, which is, you know, here and there, it's different, you know, all over the place. So that's why I'm not pushing the store right now, but there are people that have been buying. I appreciate it. But if there is something that you want and the shipping doesn't look right, like it looks too outrageous, although I've seen like QVC and like charges you $5.50 per item. Per item. You buy 3 items and you're already at $16.50 of shipping. Who is it? JTV charges like $7.99 a piece or something ridiculous like that. I don't want to do that. I want it to go by weight. So I'm having to weigh everything, guys, is what's happening. And I'm just trying to figure out what's the easiest and best way for me to do it. Because I've got such beautiful handbags, guys. I've got such wonderful handbags. I've got real Coach handbags that I've had. And then I have just nice, you know, everyday. I've got bags up the azul. Up the azul. We got those really nice ones that I believe are a dupe of or inspiration of what's that lady's name? Oh, I can't think of her name, but Erin from Hey Everybody gets a lot of her stuff. Uh-oh. Okay. She's probably got to go to the bathroom. Okay, hold on. I've got to attend to my girl. She probably has to go out, and I don't want her to feel pressured. Hold on one second. Hold on one second, please. Ugh. You guys want to, I don't know, can you come with me? You want to come with me? Sure, come on. Let's go. Let's go. Come with me. Sure, why not? What the hell, might as well. Look. See? There she is. See her right there at the door? That means, Dad, I gotta go pee-pee, I gotta go cocky. And here is the bell right here that she presses. She presses that bell to let us know she has to go out. Okay. Okay, baby, go ahead. You see her? Go ahead. Oh. By the way, we have heat warnings here. For the next couple of days, it's supposed to be about 108 degrees here. I am not looking forward to 108 degrees, I got to tell you. That does not sound fun to me. Oh, you see this is our diamond painting that Joanna did for us. Look, and there's one of my favorites here. That's one of my favorite with the bubble. And my little horsey with his little ding dong. Can you see the horsey's ding dong? Does that horse have a ding dong? Can somebody tell me, do they see a ding dong? I'm not sure. I can't tell. No? Somebody said no? Okay, I'm sorry. Oh, I'm sorry. I'm gonna stop and go to church. I said, I'm sorry. I'll go to church. Don't beat me. I'm sorry. I'll go to church. Oh. And yes, we have a tree up. Absolutely. Absolutely. Here's what I'm going to tell you about the church. I ain't telling you nothing about church. We don't get into religion or politics here. Oh, hell no. That is just asking for trouble. So we don't do that here. We're a positive channel, even though not everything is positive. Like, mental health is tough, but it's positive to talk about so that others... Oh, I just found her plate. I was sitting on her plate. So we kept the tree up and we redecorate it for the season. So we are in the middle now. We've just talked about that we think that we are both going to, we've decided to just go for it. And we are going to go full on Halloween. So we're going to mix fall and Halloween in there so that when Halloween passes, we can easily... Don't you double talk me, lady! What do you want? You want a treat now? Now she wants a treat, guys. You think this is easy? You think fatherhood is easy? You see? But I'm going to be honest with you guys. This is what I need. You see? You hear her barking and bothering me? I need that because it gives me a reason to be here. It gives me a reason to move. It gives me a reason to get out of bed. She gives me reasons, if that makes sense. No, that's Daddy's. No. No. Don't do that. Shit, don't do that. So I heard, thanks to Double T's Treasures, that now you could curse on the first. I hope you don't see crack pipes and things like that, because that would be wrong, right? Would that be wrong, guys? Like if you just saw a crack pipe, doesn't that feel like it would be wrong? I think so. Oh, you know what? You know what? That's Erin. I love Erin. I'm gonna put my light on. Whoa! God damn son of a bitch! Is that what I look like? Holy shit! Damn! Oh! God, the dark, you look pretty good in the dark, and then you put the lights on, it's like, holy shyster. Hold on, I'm walking around with you like, you guys are my third leg here. I'm so sorry. I'm gonna I'm gonna get her some treats, that's what I'm doing. You wanna come and get some treats with me for her? If you're here, thank you so much for hanging out with me, because, because truly here in whoops, I didn't lock that one. Whoops. Truly here in California, I really don't, and I've been here 20 something years. I've been here, and we really don't have any, I mean, we've got friends, but I've got nobody here by me, anybody by me here that, I could say, oh, come over, and, come over. The only people that come over here are Jorge's friends, and that's every now and then, but otherwise I don't have, I don't have anybody here. And, it's a little tough for me, for somebody like me, because I actually, I enjoy people. I work off of people, Pikachu! Stop crying! I don't know who taught her that. I think that just came naturally in her. I really believe that. With all my heart. So, but I'm not happy, in where I'm at. We're here just because of George's job, but I am a, small town USA guy, I believe. I can't say I've never lived, in a technical small town USA, but I feel like that's the kind of person I would be, because, I need it slower, I need it quieter. Now, when I said I need it slower, did anybody else think something dirty, or was that just me? And be honest, when I said I need it slower. Because I don't for Christ's sake, I don't have any testosterone, so it's not like I'm thinking like I'm a dirty person. I don't have any testosterone. But certain things hit me the wrong way. Things hit me sideways, you know what I mean? Yeah. Yep. I just saw a quick comment there, and yeah, it is very hard here in California. The perfect place, would have been the people of New York and the state of California would be perfect for me, because the people in New York are so, hey, how you doing? How's your Uncle Betty? Uncle Betty? You know what I mean. How's Tommy? Hey, you got the kids, hey, I'm going away for the weekend, can you watch the house? Of course I'll watch the house. I'll shoot the son of a bitch if I see somebody. You know what I mean? They worry about you, they care about you, they want to be in it. And in California, they don't want you to know nothing, they're very private, they don't want to talk really to you. Although, it is hard for people when they meet me, not to come out of their shell. I kind of force people out of their shell. So, George and I do get lucky on things that, people do. I do tend to break, you know, to break somebody, not break them like their legs. You know, like open them up. No, that doesn't sound right either. Oh gosh, you see, everything is sounding wrong to me. Everything is sounding wrong. I probably should just end this now before George comes home and says, I listened to you on the way home, and I didn't like what I heard, Eric. I think George is taking a stress test today because he has some heart issues. He also has lupus, and he has had AFib, and so they're checking up on his heart and stuff, making sure he's okay. I'm gonna tell you right now, I'm gonna tell you everything, guys. Eric will be no good if something happened to George. Eric will not be good, guys. I can tell you that right now. And I've told my therapist that, you know, that just would not be good. So he better take care of his heart, take care of his lupus. So if you don't know what lupus is, it's an autoimmune disease, and it affects your I don't really know what it affects. Your immune system? How's that? I don't know. So I know he gets, he'll break out in these rashes that will also become scars. They'll become scars. Just, you know, as an example, Seal. If you know the singer Seal, that sings the Rush, the Rose song. Hold on, I gotta get you guys down lower. The Kiss from a Rose. Those scars on his face that I always thought they almost looked like warrior scars to me. Excuse me. Don't look at the background or anything. There's nothing good back there. Nothing good. I'm trying to lower my stanchion here. I know, this is crazy. Look at me. Look what I do. Look at the stuff I do. Eric, you're supposed to be a professional. A professional what? A professional what? Hold on, let me move you guys. Oh my God. Are you guys nauseous? You should be, because that was ridiculous. Here, let me get my squashmallow. Here's my squashmallow. Oh, here's our new... We hauled this the other day from TEMU. This crap is because of Erin. Erin and her Frankenstein. Monster of Frankenstein. Speaking of Monster of Frankenstein, George did have an issue with that whole thing too, by the way. So he only knows him as Frankenstein. He doesn't understand that he actually is not Frankenstein. He is actually Frankenstein's monster. In the book, the original book, Dr. Frankenstein actually did not give him a name. And so he literally is Frankenstein's monster. But the reason he became Frankenstein was because after the first movie, the franchise, you know, which was, you know, whatever it was at that time, you know, Warner Brothers or, you know, whoever owned it wanted to then make sequels from it, and then they had no choice but to name the movies Frankenstein, because there would have been no other connection for people to realize that it is a movie involving, you know, Frankenstein. So because of the continuation of the story and wanting to make more money, they ended up just calling him Frankenstein. You welcome. Yeah, you welcome. So my question to you guys is, I believe that to be absolutely true. I completely understand that he is not Frankenstein, that the doctor's name was Frankenstein, and that it is Frankenstein's monster, and he was unnamed. That I understand. So does that mean, and tell me what you guys think here, I will check the comments, because right now I don't see any comments. I have to press the button to see comments. Tell me what you guys think. Wouldn't the Bride of Frankenstein then technically be the Bride of Frankenstein's monster? Does that sound right? In other words, that then can't be the Bride of Frankenstein. That means she married Dr. Frankenstein. So technically, it should say the Bride of Frankenstein's monster. Does that sound right to you? I'm going to bring my closer up so I can read the comments. Excuse the close-up on my nasty, nasty looking face. That is real dirty. I'm real dirty. I'm real dirty. Let me see what the comments say about this. Whoa. No, I don't want to report anybody. Okay, I'm going back into comments a little bit. I can't go back too far, but we will read these comments, by the way. Lupus is a tough autoimmune disease. It is. It definitely is. It definitely, I'd say with when it comes to lupus H, it seems like it's a flare-up thing, like it'll flare up. That's what it seems, you know, by watching, watching him. Color and chat with Joanna. Is he reading any of these comments? No. So, just so you guys know, due to my mental health issues, it is hard for me to keep things in my mind, or not even to keep them, to get them get them in there, because my brain is so busy with what's been going on that if I don't say things quickly, they disappear. And it's not that I don't read the chat because I don't want to. It's not because I want to ignore you. It's because it's very hard for me to read and try to talk at the same time. So I apologize. I really do apologize. Lover, I just read your comment. That's wonderful. I completely understand that. They said that the fur babies gave them a reason to be, to be as well. Bring pink. Hi, Maya. Thank you, Joanna. I'm back to, is he reading any of these comments? No. Thank you, Janice. Frankenstein's monster. Yep. No name. No name was given to him. H said, I don't believe so. Okay. So I want to, first of all, I want to thank H for reading Joanna's comment, and Joanne's comment again was, is he reading any of these chats? And then H said, I don't believe so. Thank you. You guys, whenever you can protect me and answer questions for people, please do, because it's easier on me. I'm just looking at Chelsea here. What do you mean your body got rid of testosterone and used up by the body? It makes sense that your T level dropped once you stopped taking it. No, Chelsea, my body does not produce any testosterone. And it has not for years. And the only way, Chelsea, that I got any testosterone in me is when I did the shots. However, my red blood cells got so high that literally they said my blood vessels would explode, and I needed to get rid of blood, so I had to run to the Red Cross and donate blood because my red blood cell was so high, so I had to stop taking testosterone. And so my body is not producing or holding on to any, producing its testosterone by itself, or when I put testosterone in there, it is not holding on to it. I will probably look into another endocrinologist just to make sure. Oh my God, Janice. Putting on the Ritz! If you're blue and you don't know where to go to, why don't you go where passion sits? Putting on the Ritz! Oh gosh, Mel Brooks. Mel Brooks is the man. That's Mel Brooks. Oh gosh, I love him. Yep, not the doctor's bride. Bride of Frankenstein's monster. Yep, you are correct. Thank you. Thank you, H. I appreciate that. I need that love. Trust me, I need that love. I need that love. My parents never told me they loved me, even when I asked them if they could. Yes, there was a point where I asked them if, would you mind, like, maybe, you know, I don't know, saying you love me after like a phone call or something? Yeah, no. Color and chat, thank you so much for your donation. That is very sweet. I will use that. I will absolutely use that. If you don't read them, it's cool. We like, no, I'm trying to read. I'm trying to, but then I feel rude just reading comments, you know. Hi, Marianne. New York here. We have to catch up some live. I'd like to see the beginning later. Always fun hanging in there. It's our best of it. Thank you, Marianne. What part of New York are you in, Marianne? Not that I know when I'll get to the answer of that question if you're still here, but what part of New York? I was Woodside, Queens is where I grew up. Woodside, Queens. I went to grammar school in Woodside. I went to junior high in Sunnyside, and I went to high school in Astoria. Yes, the bride. Yes, the bride of the monster. Thank you, Miriam. Yep. Thank you, Janice. Mel Brooks just turned 99. Don't tell me that. Oh, he's going to be gone. He's like the last one left. Yes, lover, they did check the pituitary gland. Yes, I had a I had a brain scan. I had a brain scan done. However, they did find that the pituitary gland was fine. However, they were not able to find any evidence of any brain matter in there, which I think might have been the bigger question. Where's the brain matter? Now, okay, I have a funny, not a funny story, but a couple of years ago, George and I went to the Hollywood Bowl, where they were doing the producers at the Hollywood Bowl, and Mel Brooks was there just walking around in the audience, in the you don't know, it's an outdoor theater. If you don't know the Hollywood Bowl, it's an outdoor theater, and he was just walking around in the aisles. He was like one aisle in front of me, just standing there watching the show, and I would have loved to have gone up, but I probably would have given him a heart attack if I came up behind him. Born in the Bronx. Oh, God, what do they say in the Bronx? Boogie down in the Bronx? Is that what it is? Boogie down in the Bronx? The Boogie Down Bronx or something like that? Yonkers. Jonkers, I used to spend a lot of my summers with my best friend in the Bronx, who had a bungalow along the water there. And they had little bungalows, that each one owned. And so I would spend a lot of my summer with my friend. I don't know. Thank you, lover. I don't know. Broncos, Mets fan. That's a good question. Listen, I'm a horrible person. When it came down, when I was living in New York and it came down to the Mets or the Yankees, I was with the people that, I just was with the people that were doing the best that year. Is that a terrible thing? But yeah, I was whoever's doing good. I remember the 1986 Mets. I remember I took a picture of the TV when they won, because they all piled on each other. I think it was 1986. And I took a picture of the screen. Born in the Bronx. Michelle Compton. Oh, thank you. And Aussie Doodle, congratulations. Luna, aw, congratulations, Michelle. Long and happy life with you guys. Did you ever do theater in New York? Let me tell you, I'm gonna tell you something. People always ask me through life, oh, Eric, you should have been a comedian, you should have been an actor. And in a weird way, I do agree. But at the same time, I see why I was not able to. And it was my mental health looking back now, is my mental health that stopped me from being able to do something. Because I agree, I think I would have enjoyed it, and I think I would have been pretty good in theater. I would have enjoyed it. But I didn't get any encouragement or anything from my parents. They didn't push me. They didn't, there was never a pat on the back, good job, or, you got this. And, there was none of that. So it leaves you, second guessing yourself. And so, yeah, no, I've never had the confidence to do something like that. However, maybe about two or 3 years ago, my balls must have grew a little bit that year, because I ended up taking classes at the Groundlings School of of improv, which was a huge move for me, and it scared the shit out of me. So first you do an introductory class, and then I joined up for class A, which I believe was 3 or 4 classes, and then once you finish class A, you can go to class B, which is another 3 or 4 classes on improv. And then when you are done with those, then you are allowed to then try out or audition for higher up classes. So essentially to make it into the school, you know, and into higher classes. So as you can imagine, just imagine that these poor teachers that I had, these poor teachers had to deal with Eric, and I am no different with you guys than I am on the outside of the world. You know, they all were like, oh shit, Eric. Shit. There were things that we had to go back and forth, and we had to remember. And as I mentioned to you guys before, that doesn't work for me. I can't hold on to things. It takes a long time before it clicks. And I even warned the teacher. I said, listen, it's not going to happen, because I knew. But she, you know, they don't believe it. They think you're just being lazy and what have you. But no, you know, it was an issue. And I'm like, I told you. And I will tell you though, so I had 2 different teachers for class A and class B. So I had 3 or 4 classes with each teacher. And my first teacher in class A was Mary Shear, who was in Mad TV. She was one of the originals from Mad TV. And her character that sticks out to me is she was the one that was always in the sun. Her skin was like leather, and she had Pool Boy, she would call Pool Boy, and he'd come running in his little Speedo, and she'd go, oh, all this, oh, like that. She did that. She was my teacher, and I knew who she was right away. I recognized the voice instantly. I knew it was, and I actually ended up emailing her a couple of times even after school ended, because, you know, we kind of connected a little bit. So I will tell you that I did go to audition, and which was scary in itself. Listen, the whole thing was scary. I just gotta tell you, the whole thing was scary. The whole thing. I mean, you know, you're sitting there and, you know, they explain to you what's gonna happen, and essentially, oh, they say, okay, you know, Eric, okay, stand up and do this. Okay, Eric, go ahead, stand up and, you know, talk to us about da-da-da-da-da-da. And I cannot, you know, they always said you have to get out of your head, get out of your head. I could not get out of my head. I don't even understand what that means. I could not get out of my head. So it was hard for me to get out of my head. And it's just hard for, you know, for them to pick you and then go ahead and do this. It's very scary. But I stuck with it. I went through all the programs, and I did go to audition. And what are you doing? What are you doing? Pink. Pink. What are you doing? Come on, Pink. What are you doing? You want to sing? Happy birthday. Happy birthday. Happy birthday, dear Pikachu. Happy birthday to you. How pretty. Mwah. Happy birthday. It's not her birthday. It's not her birthday. But she likes that song. She likes that song. I like that song too. When gifts come with it. All right, we're gonna let you guys go. Is there anything, any questions anybody has before we go? If you have any questions of upcoming stuff, and the other thing I want to let you guys know is that we will be probably this weekend. We will be live at the Santa Monica Pier. If you don't know or if you did not see, we do post a lot in our community or posts area of our channel. So underneath the videos in our channel, you'll see it says post. We post things there. We post polls, questions, things like that. And we did poll everybody on where you guys would like to see us do a live. And the Santa Monica Pier won that poll. So George and I will be doing a live from Santa Monica. I'm gonna try to get it done this weekend with him. So I'll find out tonight. I'll ask him tonight, and if we are, I'll go ahead and let you guys know for sure if it's gonna be a Saturday or Sunday. So that is coming up. So look for that, because that was a poll that we did a while ago. So we will be doing that as well. What happens? Let's see.
What happened? You have the door closed.
Where are you? People are looking for you.
Still 13 minutes away.
People are looking for you, though.
It's open. Who's looking for me?
The live people. Say hi.
Oh, hi. Hi, everyone. I've only been driving for an hour and 45.
George has been driving for an hour and 45 minutes. And he'll be home in a little while. And he's got a nice Popeyes meal coming for him. Right? Look, okay. This is the whole family right here. Look. It's the whole family.
Oh, wow. Okay, I'll see you in a few.
Wait, we're doing a thumbnail.
Oh.
No, we're not. All right, we'll see you in a little bit. Love you.
Okay, bye.
Bye. That was George. So he's on his way. He's hitting a lot of traffic. LA is a son of a bitch. LA is just as bad as New York traffic. They're both the same. They are both the same. They're both shitty. So he's headed home, and he's got a nice bunch of what is that? Oh, Color in chat is our top fan. Color in chat is our top fan. And Putty is number 2 and Melissa's number 3. And what is this? I don't know what that means, guys. How do you get to be a top fan? I don't know. But I can tell you Joanne is the tap. Let me just see if there's any questions. Was there any questions before I let you guys go? But don't forget to look for the rest of the series where you guys can find out in details what done happened. It means you're the most annoying? I don't think so, honey. No, that's not how that works. Okay, well, we've been live for 95 minutes. Thank you so much, Denise. I appreciate that. I love love, and I love that you guys send out love. It really means a lot to me. Janice thinks she's the most annoying. I said I was annoying too, especially as a kid. I was definitely, you know, that, you know, pulling on, you know, mom. But I realize now she was ignoring me. Literally ignoring me. Son of a bitch. Anyway, okay, I'll let you guys go. Get this food ready for George. And guys, thank you so much for spending time with. I know it's just me. Just me. Hopefully I'm enough for you guys sometimes. And Pink. So we have things coming out, we have things coming up, and we're gonna keep you guys abreast. Although I wish I could get rid of these abreasts. These are getting heavy. I'm gonna need to probably start wearing a B cup, to be honest with you. And I don't really want to be honest with these things, but these are getting heavy. It's like I'm wearing, like I'm carrying around 2 little raccoons, you know, here and there. All right. We will talk to you guys soon. I'm gonna go get George's Popeyes all set up. No, I'm not. I'm just saying that. So it seems like, but I am not gonna move from here. Okay, bye from me and Pink. Say bye, Pink. We'll see you guys in the next one, and thank you so much for hanging with us. And remember, if you're not smiling until it hurts, you deserve to. Try to change something. Try to find it. Thank you so much for the donations. They are appreciated. And this is my only job for me to help my husband. This is the only way I can do it. So I do appreciate it. Bye for now. Look out for our next release. It might be tonight. If you're a member, it probably will definitely be tonight. If not, it will be available tomorrow. Okay? And thanks again to members. You don't have to be a member. You get to see all the same videos. They just sometimes will get to see them earlier than you, but otherwise you all get the same content. We don't make separate videos for anybody. We just don't think that's fair that people should be left out. So, but you can find out about memberships on our page. I think it's actually next to the post page. It actually says join, I think now is how they've done it. And you could do as little as $1.99 a month. And you'll get on our shout out on the end of our most of our videos. And then you have other higher ones if you would like to do that. But thank you either way, anyway, any who's a what's will be. We'll see you on the next one, and we love you, and we thank you so much for being a part of our lives. Okay? Okay. Okay. All right. Bye for now. Now, what is this stuff here? What is the, I'm just noticing stuff here on the right. Let me see, what's this? Oh, the light was off? Light off, light on. Light off, light on. I don't see much of a difference there. What's this? Retouch. Oh my God, I'm gorgeous. Oh, why didn't I have the retouch on? Look how gorgeous I am with the retouch. Oh, Lord have mercy, I've never seen that before. Here, let me look how my skin looks, right? Watching them unpress it. Oh my God, I'm a beast. Look at what happened here. I look so gorgeous. Watch again. Here it comes. Stunning. I am stunning. Everything is gone. I am gorgeous. You guys better you guys better remind me next time I come live. If I come up looking ugly, you say, Eric, you need to press that button. You know the button, Eric, and we'll do it secretively like that. Okay, that's all I see there. Okay, all right, bye for now. 100 minutes. What's 100 minutes? I don't know what 100 minutes is. That means I made $100? I don't know. Okay, bye for now, everybody.